Okay, when I'm ready.
Okay, my name is Bongile Shongwe. I'm the director at Imbita. Imbita is a local NGO with an objective of empowering Maswati socially and economically through the provision of financial and technical services. Services that we provide include the mobilization of savings culture, financial literacy, and supporting them in the various enterprises that they do. Enterprises that they do, we support them through financial literacy and training them on business management skills, and then follow up and support in the various businesses that they do, and we also provide credit for business startup and growth. In a nutshell.
Okay. Why did you want to participate in the DFS Innovation Prize competition?
Okay, as Imbita, we provide our services both in the office and through a structure that we've developed. We call it a local membership committee, which is a decentralization structure that takes our services to the people, where the people are. And then we also have the self-help groups where we go to the various community in terms of mobilizing them on the culture of savings. And what was of interest to us was seeing the services that MTN was providing, like on your phone. You can see that we are now able to buy electricity, we are able to pay water, and various services we're seeing on the mobile phone. And whilst we're discussing with Mona Lisa as our marketing person, we're actually, often asking her how can we tap on such services such that our clients are able to save, and there can be Imbita as one of the listing, of the organizations there. And she was just communicating with MTN, finding out what are the pros and cons of subscribing and ensuring that our members, Imbita is listed on that. And coupled with that, major challenge behind just us wanting to be there involved issues of high suspense, whereby a lot of our clients are saving, but on a statement there's no reference. Clients are repaying loans. Others are just deciding to join from wherever they are without completing a joining form. So there was quite a lot of a huge suspense amount that we could not really, account for and allocate. We could only allocate for such when the person wanted a subsequent loan. She's sure she has settled the loan, but in our system the loan is not settled. And again, during January, she wants a savings withdrawal, but in our system she has such little amount, yet she's sure that she has so much money. So then delays our savings withdrawal period as a result, and we have to take quite some time allocating the suspense, reallocating the money in the suspense. So the competition came as an opportunity for us then to tap on addressing such challenges. Said, wow, this is an opportunity for us to actually develop our own platform where we can take our members through the process, using their phones, where they can save and directly credit their account. They can repay their loan, which will directly credit their loan account.
Okay, so tell us the story of how you came up with the idea of developing a digital platform for women entrepreneurs.
Okay, the story. Like you said, that it was something that we've already started talking about, exploring how we can do it, how we can communicate with MTN. So immediately there was the call. One staff member actually saw the call and came to me with that, the newspaper article, came to me. And then we sat down together as a team with the staff to say, wow, there is this. And we remembered, from our staff meetings,
all the issues that had been identified,
yes,
and how the competition could actually address.
Yes, and said, wow, this could be an opportunity for us to tap on that as well. So we sat down, we developed the listing. Okay, if we were to do this, what are our expectations? Then we said, yes, a member would click the phone, and then our products, So each one was then responsible to go back and say, okay, if a member clicks savings, membership. We started membership.
Yeah.
Yes, who's responsible to address how the app would communicate with membership. And then someone would talk about savings.
Loans.
And training. Is it training?
Yes, and the training as well.
Yeah.
So and all of our products in each category.
Yeah. So each one had an assignment to go and develop kind of communication. Yeah, we'll say, okay, the client would click. When you talk about membership, what is it that you would want to see? When you talk of savings, what is it that you would want to see? So we together, it was a collaborative effort. And then when we came again, just before we applied, then I had to communicate with MTN. I had a meeting with MTN. We had a meeting with MTN. Fortunately, MTN agreed to come to the office. And fortunately, the teams had already developed their responsibilities, their tasks. And when MTN came again, it was just after COVID, there was a lot of online meetings. It was an online meeting.
True.
And then on that meeting, everyone was presenting now. MTN had their team, we had our team. In the meeting then, everyone was introducing, like I'm talking about membership. What is it that I want the app to assist me and us in terms of membership? Someone was talking about savings, someone was talking about loans, someone was talking just to actually, agree with MTN, and then MTN also advises us how they think the partnership can be and how they think they can support us in the initiative that we wanted to address.
Okay, so what have been the benefits of your platform for your end users, particularly women entrepreneurs?
It's reduced a lot of traveling time as well, coming to the office, because in how we operated, we used savings cards. So every other month, our members needed to come to the office in order to update their savings balances and all that. But with the inception of Heleza, members no longer need to actually come to the office, so they are able to view their balances in real time over their phones. And the greatest part of it, it doesn't cater to whether you have a smartphone or not. By mere clicking or just typing in *9108#, you'll be able to access Heleza anywhere in the country, just from at the comfort of your home, essentially. So that has been the greatest benefit. But in addition to that, our members, especially our entrepreneurs, you find that most of the time when they come to the office, when they have to apply for a loan, they come to the office. So it has cut the amount of time they spend away from their business, because we know that most of the time they are self-employed. So if they are leaving the business, that means for that particular day, they are not making money. So it has reduced the amount of cost in terms of time and effort that has to be exerted into actually getting a loan from the office. So that has been one of the greatest benefits that our clients have benefited from Heleza.
Maybe just to add on that, because our members are distributed all over, the country. Like I talked about LMC, they have to come to the nearest LMC. For instance, when we talk of Buhleni, Buhleni is a center for members around Buhleni, but you find that they still travel to Buhleni, Before it was worse, because you find that they travel to Buhleni, but there are issues that require them to come to the office in terms of reconciling their cards. But now with Heleza, it's just efficiency, because in the comfort of her home, she's able to access Imbita on her phone. She's able to see her loan balance. She's able to see her loan repayments. She's able to apply for an emergency loan should she need one on her phone, which is credited on her mom account as well. So for us, that's the efficiency that we're looking at. Efficiency for both our members, and in terms of minimizing transport, in terms of ensuring that all information that they want to see or to get from us, get on their savings cards or inquire on the phone or inquire during LMC, they can see on their phones.
Okay, so are there any benefits of the platform for your staff and company? And if there are any benefits that you have seen, what could be these?
For the company, the greatest benefit that we've actually had is the reduction of suspense. As explained previously, that we have fewer data capturing errors now. That is the greatest benefit that comes with Heleza. The actual savings balance is actually how much the clients have. So that has been the greatest benefit for us in terms of reducing the suspense account.
And also in terms of time, the time that staff took in terms of capturing the data was so much, because when you talk about Imbita statements, it's over 100 statements, 100 pages. So you can imagine having Heleza, because it's all online now, all configured within the system. So no one has to capture, double capturing, of course now, because not all our members, it's a transition, we still do, but not so much. So with Heleza, the system has already been captured, and errors, because we find that because of the pressure in capturing so much data, there was so much errors that were also noted during savings withdrawal, during the reconciliation, monthly reconciliation as well. So that has really been addressed. We hope once Heleza is fully, all members are fully on board, data capturing will no longer be an issue, errors will no longer be an issue, on time as well. That's an excitement as well, to know at any given time. You don't wait for somebody to capture, but you can just go to the system, check how much has been received in terms of savings, loan repayments as well, and all transactions that are captured through Heleza.
And another one to add to your benefit, it's reduced traffic at the office. We used to have long queues, especially at the end of the month, but right now everyone uses Heleza. Well, majority of our clients are using Heleza. So there's fewer clients that we actually have to attend to on a one-on-one basis. And we discovered that during the COVID era, we had challenges in terms of our members saving as well. So if we had another pandemic of some sort, we pray we don't.
We hope not.
We hope not. But we'll be able to better address these issues through Heleza.
Okay, so what are the next steps for the platform after the project comes to an end?
Next steps are not actually after the project. We are ongoing. We have activities that are ongoing. We've already added quite a number since the launch. For instance,
in terms of next steps.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay. In terms of next steps, on the platform, we are constantly upgrading the platform, particularly because it was a learning curve for us. Initially when it started, we wanted to do as much. But as we progressed, we're seeing a lot of opportunities that we can really tap on in terms of ensuring that the project, the concept addresses most of our challenges. So as we proceeded with it, we've been constantly noting down opportunities that we wanted to tap on. Major ones that we've already addressed now include sensitization. Remember when I talked about Imbita objective? It's inculcating the culture of savings on the Swazis. So we want to use Heleza to further do that. We don't just want them to save, but for them to know about savings, the importance of savings. So what we have since done now is, together with MTN, is to have, messages, SMSs, where clients are going to have their objective for the savings. Like for instance, I want to save 2,000 Rand this month, which will address ABC. So the platform will be monitoring that, constantly. How far are you with your savings? It will also be, for instance, we have a grocer product which we had not incorporated when we started with Heleza. That has also been incorporated. They are going to be setting objectives as well for that program, a product, and it's going to constantly be reminding them as well. You haven't saved this month, remember to save this month, remember to pay your grocery, remember to repay your loan this month. So we've incorporated such products and initiatives that will be aligned with Imbita's objectives, moving forward. And then there's also stop order that they've also initiated through Heleza, which will kind of, a person would say, okay, from my mobile money, can you deduct 50? Each time there's 100, maybe once a month, can you deduct it from my mobile money account and credit my Imbita savings account, which will kind of inculcate the savings culture within our beneficiaries even more.
I think it's also addressed some of the issues, because in the development of Heleza, the first version, we had the savings balance, but it was a question of, what if I want to get my statements? Then what do I do then? How do I actually get access or help with the platform in terms of retrieving that information. So we've also incorporated that into the newer version that we're actually currently developing at the moment to make sure that our clients are able to see not only their balance but their transactional activity, if I should put it that way, for a certain period of time. So those are some of the things that we're incorporating into the new version of Helesa.
And of course, one thing that we're discussing with the developers is the financial literacy, which we're still to sit down and craft it, like what are the key areas that would want to prompt within the system. So for instance, those managing, those entrepreneurs to say, how are you managing your books, record, basic record management, basic record keeping, basic marketing tools that they need to look at when running their businesses. So that's the next part that we're working on now.
Okay, and that was question 5.
Oh, okay.
How many minutes?
It's
10.
No, it's more than that.
16. Another thing,
Oh, but that's what's interesting.
Oh, okay.
It's short.